15 minutes, you'll see where static ads shine, where UGC ads dominate, and the hidden method ecom brands are using to create 10 times faster. More volume, more testing, more profit. Static ads. Static ads offer a lot of things that UGC ads don't, whereas UGC ads offer things that static ads don't have. Static ads give you total creative control, right? You can keep your brand very consistent. You can keep the colors very consistent if that's important to you. And it gives you kind of a unified identity, a feel through all statics that you create. They are easy to test and scale, very easy. You just plop them in. If you have a Canva designer, I don't suggest that, but I'll get into that later. Then all you have to do is just create variations. You go in, change the colors up a little bit, and you just keep creating more. And you can mix up the messaging, you can mix up the copywriting without committing extensive resources. They are budget friendly and predictable. Production costs stay low because you're working with a single image and clear message, making static ads a reliable choice for e-commerce owners looking to maximize return on ad spend. They are very fast awareness builders, more or less ideal for new product drops or limited time offers. Static ads stand out in feeds. They convey value propositions at a glance and drive top of funnel engagement. If you didn't know, there are every ad you see, every piece of content you see, even this video you're watching right now, everything is a funnel. The top of the funnel is the awareness stage, and that is what statics do best at targeting. If somebody doesn't know you, somebody doesn't know your brand, who you are, what you sell, what you do, static ads can convey that very quickly because it's just an image with copywriting on it, and they can read whatever it is. If it's a benefit driven, if it's a scarcity driven, if it's UGC kind of, static ads do that very well. And they offer very versatile formats, from clean product showcases to testimonial highlights and before and after visuals, which is very popular. Static ads can be adapted to fit every step of the customer journey. So, static ads, great for A/B testing, great for scaling. I run them with brands and they do quite well. The team I have, we create them very quickly using a secret technique, and the production costs I do stay quite low. In fact, we can almost offer them for free. UGC ads, the bread and butter. Every brand loves running UGC, okay? They inherently have built-in trust and social proof, featuring real customers and their stories resonating with today's buyers. They're great for brand owners aiming to humanize their brand and reduce friction in the buying journey. If somebody's scrolling along, right, someone's on their phone, they're not looking for an ad. They are not looking, statics are great, but most people are not scrolling to buy. But when they see a type of UGC content, something that looks natural in that feed, in that platform, right, that doesn't look out of the ordinary, that's where you get them. Drop a hook, let them kind of feed into the video 3 to 5 seconds, and then after those 3 to 5 seconds, your product shows up, right? The person's holding it, the person's using it, the person's drinking it, the person's wearing it, right? UGC creatives feel like recommendations from friends. sparking higher CTR, click through rates, and conversions, which translates directly to better ROAS for e commerce marketers. Cost efficient content. Let your satisfied customers create your next ads. UGC reduces production costs while expanding your content library. Ideal for scaling campaigns without draining your budget. Community and loyalty booster. Highlighting customer content not only builds authenticity, but also fosters loyalty. Also, I totally just messed up saying authenticity. Your audience feels valued and becomes part of your brand story. Again, what I went over, most importantly, platform native and relatable. The highest benefit UGC has, it blends seamlessly into social feeds and looks less like an ad. That is what you want. All of these are great, but what you want, that one winner, those 2-3 winners, right? Is you want them to realize that it's not an ad and they just watch it. You want it to blend completely seamlessly, right? It boosts trust and it catches the eye, especially in crowded marketplaces, which is what Facebook, IG, and TikTok are. So, static ads are great for letting people know you exist, right? It's great for getting obvious benefits out immediately. And it's more for kind of early on testing, large scale testing. And both of these do pretty well. A lot of people usually do a mix of static versus UGC. They're great for different things as I've just gone over. What I tend to find works more usually is UGC, but I'm coming more and more into the static ads kind of section with the brands that me and my team work with. Statics usually do quite well, and with what you can create nowadays using a secret technique, not really so secret, but you know what? I'm keeping the mystery. It makes it very easy. So, on that topic, what if I told you a secret way to create 10 times the number of ads for a third of the cost? Traditionally, you get a do a little person. You get some 20-year-old Canva designer, right? That's my person. He looks quite bad. You get a 20-year-old Canva designer, right? Or you have you know, in-house, right? You have a marketing designer in-house that creates your stuff. Traditionally, that's what brands usually do. They also, for UGC especially, they will do influencer and creator packages and, deals. I talked about this in my last video, but typically it's not a good deal for brands. And so that's typically how it's done. You have your little Canva designer or you have an in-house marketing team, right? What you're actually going to do is use AI to create all of these. Using AI, you can create high quality, high volume statics and realistic, convincing AI UGC that show off your product. This does actually work. There are brands in mass putting out content made with AI. They are doing static images made with AI. They are doing the copywriting made with AI. Shopify itself, the CEO itself, is even demanding that the entire company use AI and AI tools. This is where marketing is going. In fact, this is where marketing already is. And if you're just hearing about this now, then you might have some troublesome time ahead. Now, I'll go over really quickly just some tools that you can use that do take a little time, but if you want to create these ads, again, 10 times as much for a third of the cost, maybe even less, I will just go over some platforms. So, first, we have obviously ChatGPT. ChatGPT can create images, it has its own image AI model, and it can create images. Now, let's just say you're a I have an idea. Let's go over to the ad library. Let's do some AG1 by Athletic Greens, right? I can tell you right away that this copy, these red icons, is written with AI. I have done this exact same thing. I know what it looks like, and it works. They wouldn't be running it if it didn't work. So, what you're going to do is, you know, if, for example, you're this company, right? Imagine I'm talking to you, you're the owner of Athletic Greens, right? You're going to do, and obviously I would not just, I would just save the image, like not like this, but I'm doing this for the video. You go in, you download the image, and then you go upload it to ChatGPT. Okay. Now, what this is, again, they're demonstrating two products right here, and they have some copy on the screen, right? I want you to redesign this entire, I cannot spell, entire ad with a more vibrant feel to it, more benefits. The product is AG1 by Athletic Greens. So, this is just one of the workflows, but you go through and you do this. It gives you a headline, it gives you visuals, it gives you the copy and the CTA. Generate it. So it's done the plan, right? And now is getting started. This is it actually creating a variation. This is a very basic way of doing it. Right now, this is not what me and my team do, but this is, if you want to dip your toes in it, this is a very nice way to do it. And this used to be way slower, but it's gotten a whole lot faster. And it kind of stays blurred at first, but that's just while the AI is kind of generating it. So we'll let that do its thing, and we'll go over to like another tool per se. This is Google's AI Studio. Now, I've been experimenting a whole lot with Nano Banana, which is another like AI model that Google has. And I'll just show you how to use Nano Banana, which is more like an AI Photoshop to create variations of this ad. So we're going to go to try Nano Banana. Going to get that out of there. We're going to upload the file. Going to put this in. Make this more sportsy and designed to target athletes. So it's doing the same thing that ChatGPT did. It's thinking on this prompt that I gave it, and it's going to give me a different ad. And look at that. A completely different one. Not completely different, but I'm not trying to make this super complicated. But for just general variations, you can just keep doing them like this. The text looks great. Everything looks great. Look, I mean, it added a guy on a track and the sunset here. The colors look great. It matches the box. A woman here looks like maybe she's doing some yoga. Unlock your potential, trusted by athletes. This is something that you could make, 10 variations of and all run them at the same time, right? And then whatever one is performing worst, probably multiple ones to be honest, you just cut them off and then you just redo the process. So let's see what ChatGPT giving a pretty a pretty solid one. There's some overlap with the text. Overall, I would have to go in and edit this a little bit, but I think this looks quite solid. Again, compared to, that's a little small, but compared to the original one, I think this looks very good. And you could definitely run this. Again, this used to take like a full straight like hour in Canva to create, right? If you wanted a couple variations, you'd have to manually sit there and just click here, click there, type away. But now you can just do it with AI. And while it doesn't give you full like creative freedom, like you can't manually go and edit this if there is something that you want edited, I think the cost of trading off basically how specific you want your things to look compared to how many ads that you can produce now is a pretty equal trade-off. So this is ChatGPT with their image model. This is Google with Nano Banana. Nano Banana is more like AI Photoshop. It doesn't change the image all that much. Like it doesn't generate images per se, it edits images, which is why this one looks more similar to the actual ad. And so what we can do next is go into, actually, I will just show you, keep my promise here. The next video I'll go into how you actually like make great scripts and hooks based off of real people, right? For now, I'm just going to show you really quickly what websites and like software you should use if you want to create AI UGC, because I think that's where the real money is. So the first one is going to be ArcAds. ArcAds it's a very new company. The founder, Romain, really cool dude. And you can create AI avatars. Like this guy right here is not real. Pretty crazy. This girl here is not real. And you can go in and make AI actors basically. Like they don't exist. You can interchange them if you want your ICP to be some blonde chick, if you want your ICP to be some brunette chick, if you want them to be older, younger, if you want them to be some middle-aged guy, if you want them to be a really old guy, maybe you sell some something for arthritis, right? Maybe you want an older audience, right? And they have thousands of different actors that you can choose from. You can even create your own using AI. So you can go in and bulk create all of them. This is one of the tools. And HeyGen is another one. HeyGen, you log in, you get a couple free like creations, and then you're going to want to go over to product placement. And you're going to want, you can also do photo to video with Avatar 4. And it kind of does, it does more or less the same thing. They're kind of, as you can see, like a broader AI video platform. I like ArcAds just because it's specifically only for UGC, but Heijin is also good as well. And Heijin, I believe, is a good bit cheaper. ArcAds takes also a little bit of time to learn and is a little bit expensive, especially if you're, just kind of, you're a brand that's not really making a lot of money. You're skeptical about paying more for tools that may not work. But this is what me and my team use, and I like it so far. And there's loads out there. There are loads of other out there in terms of tools that can make UGC and tools that can make static ads in particular. So I know this went over 15 minutes a little bit, but I just really wanted to help you guys out if you're having trouble creating volume and creating ads for testing to feed the machine. So on that note, if you don't want to do any of this, because let's be honest, you want more time, right? Me and my team run this like exact playbook for brands just like yours. And you can contact us below, schedule a call, and we can work together if that's what you want. But if you don't, that's perfectly fine. I hope that you got some value out of this, and you see kind of where 2026 is going, right? So drop a like if you got some value out of this, and I'll catch you later.